Food looks like an easy topic in the IELTS. Sometimes too easy is difficult. Everyone eats every day, right? But that's the trap. If you only say, my favorite food is pizza, it's delicious, I like it very much. That sounds boring. It sounds like band 5 or band 6. Today, we're going to push higher. I'll show you two very probable cue cards right now. Later in the lesson, I will give you three more and we'll discuss how to adapt your answers to them. By the end, you'll see how one set of vocabulary and one strategy can cover five cue cards. Here's the first golden rule you can use in almost any answer. It wasn't just food, it was the experience I still remember today. Write it down. It wasn't just food, it was an experience I still remember today. That's already a Band 7 style sentence. Before we go further, you may like to turn on your English captions that I've prepared specially for this video. Not the auto captions, but the ones I wrote myself. I've highlighted the keywords and phrases in capital letters. So as you listen, your ears will hear the words and your eyes can catch them at the same time. That's how you can learn faster and remember longer. First, the two cue cards. The first probable cue card is describe a meal you enjoy with others. The second, describe your favorite food. Both these are extremely common. Let's quickly unpack how to think about them. Remember the 1 minute planning time you have. Don't panic. Just write down four quick notes: the place, the food, people, and feelings. That's your skeleton. That's your basic 4 points. And here's one important tip in the exam. It's better to choose one idea and speak about it in depth rather than many ideas and talking about them too quickly. So it's quality over quantity. For example, with a meal with others, I might note down, yes, grandparents' house, yes, noodles and dumplings, the whole family, and the nostalgic feeling, the experience. That's enough to build a 2 minute story, or even longer if you need to, but the exam is only 2 minutes. So it's very much enough. For favorite food, which may be the noodle soup, hot and fresh, easy to cook, comforting. That's your feeling. It's comforting food. Again, enough to speak naturally for 2 minutes. So we need a vocabulary set. Let's revise this. Let's build your toolbox. So I'll give you 5 sets of vocabulary words that you can use in this topic. The first set, taste words. Taste. What does food taste like? Sweet, savory, bland, spicy, bitter. So sweet, sweet. Savory is the opposite of sweet. It's not sour, it's not salty, it's just not sweet. And that word is savory. And then you can describing words. That's the second set. Homemade food, traditional food, and then greasy food, fresh food, rich food. So rich doesn't mean very expensive. It just means very oily. A lot of you feel full when you eat it. That's rich food. And then you have the place, the occasion words that relates to food. It was a family gathering, a festival, a celebration, a dinner party. And then the important set, feeling words. So we had one word just now, comforting. So now you have satisfying, unforgettable, and nostalgic. So I'll explain to you nostalgic. The food was nostalgic. So nostalgic means a warm, sometimes a bittersweet feeling, happy and sad at the same time. Bittersweet. That you remember from the past. For example, the smell of my grandmother's cooking makes me feel nostalgic, meaning it brought up memories from the past. Perhaps your grandmother is no longer with you, so this is a nostalgic feeling. So you eat this food, and it brings back good memories from the past, but also makes you feel a little bit sad because your grandmother isn't here anymore. So that's nostalgic, a bit bitter, but also very sweet. Okay, now I know that's a lot of words, but don't worry. If some of them are new or you're not sure how to use them yet, we'll explore them slowly, step by step, especially in the next video where we discuss model answers. But here in this lesson, in this video, I will also describe and explain some of them. In the model answers, I'll use these words and you can see them, how I use them and in the context of the story of your answer. And I'll stop to highlight how these words are used so that you'll really understand them and not just memorize them. And then obviously you can use it yourself. Remember, I promised 3 more cue cards. Here they are. So the third one might be describe a special meal you had on a holiday or a celebration. Next, number 4, describe a meal you had while traveling. Number 5, describe a time when you tried a new food for the first time. So these are variations of the same theme. So don't panic, think about it. You still use the same 4 skeleton structure. You know, people, place, the food, and the experience, the feeling. I think that's the most important part, to put your experience in your answer and make it yours, make it real. So it means just the one topic, and there's so many possibilities. But the good news is you can recycle the same words, the same vocabulary that you have learned. You just need to shift the context, just swap it. So a holiday meal, yeah, that may be a dish that is part of your tradition and it brings people together. Or the travel meal, a first time experience that you've tasted this seafood that is so fresh. Where did you taste it? With whom did you taste it? And all that sort of things you can add to your answer. And try new food. So you can say, at first I was a bit hesitant. I wasn't sure. But finally I gave it a try. And it surprised me. So that's how you could use your words and express your answers. So the strategy is the same. You are just swapping the story. Here's the real secret to pushing your answer from band 6 to 7 or even 8. Don't only say you ate what you eat, but why it mattered. So food isn't just food. It often brings with you memories, memories from childhood, from celebrations, from good times, and even not so good times. Maybe it reminds you of a family gathering, a holiday that you had, even the time when you felt lonely, or when one meal can give you comfort that is satisfying, that's comforting. So here is your chance to reach out with other facets of food. Personalize it, be creative, and relate it to your experience, your events, and your feelings. Don't try to cover everything. Just choose one, two maybe memorable instances and focus on them. That's what makes your answer real and meaningful. For example, I ate pizza with my friends. Make it more interesting. Say, it wasn't just pizza, it was laughter, the friendship, and the feeling of being at home. So you add all these things. So you ate pizza with your friends, but it wasn't just pizza, it was laughter, the friendship, and the feeling of being at home with my friends. So, see the difference? You're connecting food to your life. That's what examiners reward. So, in this lesson, we looked at two of the most probable cue cards: a meal with others, your favorite food, and we built strong vocabulary sets about taste, description of food, the occasion, the feelings, and also cross topics swapping strategy between foods, between situations. And then I showed you three more cues, three more variations of the same topic, and how to adapt your answers. In the next video, we'll take two of these cue cards, one about a family meal and one about a travel meal. And I'll give you two full 2-minute model answers. And after each answer, we'll stop, review the keywords, the design of the answer, and show exactly how it works. And here's something to look forward to. Even a very simple answer like, my favorite food is pizza. It's delicious. I like it very much. That can be transformed into something personal, interesting, and at a higher level. I will show you exactly how the model answers of video 2 using strategies and vocabulary that we learned today. Before you go, practice writing down the 4 quick notes: the place, the food, the people, the feelings. That's your 1-minute plan. And try to use at least one golden sentence. The one I said at the beginning. It wasn't just food. It was an experience I still remember. That's how you grow from band 6 to band 7. See you in the next episode.